morning. This week we are going to be starting by listening to a story and retelling the different parts of the story. The story that we're going to be reading this week is called Silly Sarah. So I'm ready for you to be watching, listening as I read you the story, Silly Sarah. Silly Sarah. Mama says to Silly Sarah, "Follow closely and obey. Now that lesson time is over, Silly Sarah, you can play." Piggies roll in muddy puddles. Silly Sarah sings, "Me too." Silly Sarah swims and splashes, doing what her new friends do. Silly Sarah sees 6 ponies. Silly Sarah joins the race. Around the barrels, over fences, Silly Sarah takes last place. Mole is digging holes and tunnels. Mole sits up and looks about. I wonder what he sees. Let's think. Is that Silly Sarah squeezing in a hole and through and out? Then she runs into the meadow. Dog is herding sheep. What fun! There is barking, running, quacking. Silly Sarah, are you done? Now the sun is slowly setting. Mama Duck knows what's best. Mama kisses Silly Sarah and tucks her gently into rest. The end. All right. And that is the story we're going to be thinking about all week. Silly Sarah. In order for us to retell our story, we need to know who was in the story, where the story was, what the story was about, what happened throughout the whole story. Were there problems? Was there a solution? So let's start today by thinking about who was the main character in our story. Character. What's a character? What's a character? Yes, a character are the people, animals, or creatures who are thinking, feeling, and acting in the story. It's who the story is about. Does a character just have to be a person? No, it doesn't. A character doesn't have to be a person. A character could be an animal too. Was the character in our story a person, an animal, or a creature? Hmm. Hmm. It was an animal. The character in our story was an animal. Who can remember that animal's name? Think with your brain. What was our character's name? Sarah. Silly Sarah. She was a duck. That's our main character. So we know that our main character is Silly Sarah, and she was the person who was thinking and acting in the story. It's who our story was about. So we are going to look at our story map. I am sure you recognize this. So let's grab our pencils. Don't forget, we put our name at the top of our paper. And what was our story called? Yes, Silly Sarah. So we will put our book title in the top corner. Now, you should have one of these papers at home in your packet. If you don't, that's okay. You can use a regular piece of paper and write our book title and draw your own pictures. So today we're going to be working on the character of the book. Who did we say the main character of the book was? Sarah! It was Silly Sarah. So let's see. Let's go ahead and write our character's name. Silly, another S, that's an A, Sarah, Sarah. All right, there is our character, Silly Sarah. I've gone ahead and I've written her name in there. Now you try to write our main character's name in your character box. Silly Sarah. How would you write that in your character box? All right, good job. Now we're going to get ready to draw our character. Maybe we should look at a picture of our character again. I'm going to bring this picture up nice and close for you to be able to see. Now we're looking at, we know Sarah is a duck. We know she is yellow, maybe a little orange. Okay. Now we've gotten to see our character again. Now it's time to draw our character. Let's take our pencils and start drawing our character. Watch me as I start to draw my character. All right, that's going to be my outline. Now I need maybe an orange color to draw her beak because she is a duck. She needs a beak and she needs feet. There she is. And we will color her in lightly because we know that ducks are yellow. So we're going to color in our character. We know she has a little tail. All right, so now we have our character. Bring it so you can see. Now we have our character's name and what they look like. And this is our main character in our story. Now it's your turn to draw the picture of Silly Sarah and tell your parent or brother and sister at home who is the main character in this story that we just read, Silly Sarah.